$12,749. That is the number making headlines. Brand new Tesla for less than many used gasoline cars. True. It could change the entire auto industry, but here is the uncomfortable question. Is $12,749 the real cost or just the attention-grabbing starting point? Because when it comes to cars, especially electric cars, the sticker price is only part of the story. What about battery longevity, charging costs, insurance rates, maintenance savings? And most importantly, full self-dash driving. Is FSD included? Is it optional? Or is that where the real cost begins? Tesla has a history of aggressive pricing targets, but aggressive pricing does not always mean simple pricing. In this video, we are going to expose the realistic production cost of the Model 2, what ownership actually costs over 10 years. The truth about full self-driving on a budget Tesla and whether this car is truly affordable or strategically priced. Before we go deeper, if you want clear, hype-free Tesla analysis that focuses on engineering and economics instead of rumors, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Now, let us start with the core question. How can a Tesla possibly cost $12,749? How can Tesla sell a car for $12,749? Let us remove the hype. A $12,749 Tesla sounds impossible, but not if manufacturing changes completely. This is not about cutting quality, it's about cutting complexity, and complexity is expensive. 1. Gigacasting, fewer parts. Lower cost. Traditional cars use hundreds of stamped metal pieces, welded sections, bolted subframes, complex structural reinforcements. Tesla replaced that with gigacasting instead of 70 individual rear underbody parts. One single aluminum casting, fewer welds, fewer robots, fewer assembly steps, less labor, less time. When production time drops, cost drops. 2. The unboxed manufacturing strategy. Tesla has introduced what it calls the unboxed production method. Instead of assembling the car sequentially like a traditional line, sections are built in parallel: front module, rear module, battery pack, interior, structure. Then everything merges late in the process. This dramatically reduces factory footprint and assembly time. Lower factory size equals lower capital expenditure per vehicle. Lower capital expenditure equals lower per car cost. That is the math. 3. Smaller battery. Smarter chemistry. The Model 2 is expected to use lithium iron phosphate batteries, LFP. Chemistry is cheaper though more stable, longer lasting, less dependent on expensive nickel and cobalt. If the Model 2 uses a smaller 40 to 50 kilowatt-hour pack, optimized for urban and regional driving, that keeps costs down significantly. Battery cost is the most expensive part of an EV. Control. Battery cost. Control vehicle price. Tesla has already proven it can drive battery cost per kilowatt-hour downward through vertical integration. 4. Simplified. Interior. Luxury materials are expensive, ambient lighting systems are expensive, premium sound systems are expensive. The Model 2 is expected to prioritize simplicity. 1. Central screen, minimal buttons, cloth or basic. Synthetic seats, durable materials over luxury finishes. Affordable does not mean unsafe, it means practical. 5. Software over hardware. Tesla reduces hardware complexity by pushing features into software. Fewer physical switches, fewer moving parts, more digital control that lowers manufacturing complexity. Over-the-air updates improve functionality without changing hardware, that reduces long-term development cost. The big insight: the $12,749 number is not magic. It is the result of massive casting machines, battery chemistry optimization, simplified interior design, factory efficiency scaling, software first, architecture. But here is the important warning: that number may depend on government incentives, high production volume, minimal configuration options. And that brings us to the next question. Even if Tesla can build it for that price, what does ownership really cost? Because sticker price is only the beginning, the price you do not see on the window. SDICKR $12,749 sounds shocking, but the real question is not, what does it cost to buy? It is, what does it cost to own? Because many drivers who switch to electric discover something surprising, the monthly ownership. Experience changes. Let us break it down clearly. 1. Charging cost. The daily reality if the Tesla Model 2 uses a 45 kilowatt-hour battery and consumes around 14 to 16 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers. It becomes extremely efficient. Now consider electricity cost at 15 cents per kilowatt-hour. A full charge costs roughly $6 to $7. That could deliver 250 to 300 miles of range depending on driving style. Compare that to gasoline. Small gasoline car averaging 30 miles per gallon with fuel at $4 per gallon costs about $13 per 100 miles. Electric charging often cuts fuel costs nearly in half, over 12,000 miles per year. Savings can reach $800 to $1,200 annually. That is real money. 2. Maintenance. The quiet advantage gasoline vehicles require. Oil changes, transmission servicing, spark plugs, timing belts, exhaust, system maintenance. Electric vehicles eliminate most of that. No oil changes. No. Traditional transmission, fewer moving parts. Brake wear is reduced due to regenerative braking. Tesla. Vehicles historically show lower routine maintenance frequency compared to traditional combustion cars. For the Model 2, simplicity likely means even lower service requirements. However, there is one important factor: tires. Electric cars can wear tires slightly faster due to instant torque, so tire replacement remains a cost. Still, overall maintenance generally trends lower than gasoline equivalents. 3. Insurance, the variable factor here is where things get interesting. Tesla vehicles sometimes carry higher insurance premiums due to repair complexity, advanced sensors, high-tech components. If the Model 2 simplifies design and reduces sensor density compared to premium Teslas, insurance may normalize. However, this depends on region and accident data. Insurance could offset some savings if premiums rise. That is something buyers must evaluate locally. 4. Battery longevity. The long-term question: if the Model 2 uses lithium iron phosphate chemistry, that is good news. LFP batteries typically degrade slower, handle frequent charging better, last longer under daily use. Many LFP packs can exceed 3,000 charge cycles before significant degradation. For an urban commuter, that could translate to 10 to 15 years of usable battery life. Battery replacement fear is often exaggerated, but it remains the biggest psychological barrier. 5. Depreciation. The hidden cost: electric vehicles historically depreciate differently than gasoline cars. Factors include battery health, software updates, market demand shifts. If Tesla prices the Model 2 aggressively, strong demand could support resale value, but if supply becomes extremely high, used prices could compress. Depreciation matters more than most buyers realize, because resale value determines long-term ownership cost. The big picture: when you combine lower fuel cost, reduced maintenance, potentially strong battery lifespan, the Model 2 could genuinely be cheaper to own than many used gasoline vehicles. But now we arrive at the most controversial piece of all: full self-dash driving. Is FSD included? Or is that where the real cost climbs dramatically? Because the truth about FSD on a budget Tesla may surprise you. The big question: is FSD part of the $12,749 price? Now we reach the most sensitive part of this discussion: full self-driving. Because when people hear affordable Tesla, they immediately ask, does it drive itself? Let us be very clear. There are 3 levels to understand. 1. Basic autopilot likely. Standard Tesla currently includes basic autopilot in most vehicles. That means traffic-aware, cruise-controlled, lane-centering assistance, automatic, emergency braking. These features reduce fatigue on highways, but they do not make the car autonomous. It still requires active driver supervision, but it is driver assistance. Replacement: it is highly likely that the Model 2 would include basic autopilot as standard. Removing it would weaken the value proposition. 2. Full self-driving. The premium upgrade: full self-driving often called FSD, is different. FSD includes city street navigation, automatic lane changes, traffic light recognition, complex intersection handling. But here is the truth. FSD is typically a paid software upgrade, historically priced in the thousands of dollars, sometimes over $8. So if the Model 2 costs $12,749, it is extremely unlikely that full FSD is included in that base price. More realistically, FSD would remain optional, possibly as a one-time purchase or a monthly subscription. That means the fully autonomous Tesla experience could significantly increase the total cost. 3. Hardware capability. Will Model 2 support it? This is critical. If the Model 2 includes the same camera suite, the same AI hardware, the same neural processing system, then it can technically support FSD. But if Tesla reduces hardware to cut cost, FSD capability may be limited. Tesla has been moving toward camera-only systems without radar. If Model 2 follows this architecture, FSD compatibility remains possible. However, autonomy development is still evolving, regulatory approval varies by country, and legal responsibility remains with the driver. So even with FSD, the car is not legally autonomous in most regions. 4. The financial psychology. Here is where it becomes strategic. Low base price attracts buyers. Optional FSD increases revenue per vehicle. Software margins are higher than hardware margins. That is a smart business model, but for buyers, clarity matters. A $12,749 Tesla becomes $12,749 base plus registration plus insurance plus possible FSD. The real configured price may move closer to $16,000 to $20,000 depending on options. That is still competitive, but it is not the headline number. The honest conclusion on FSD: if you are expecting a fully autonomous Tesla for $12,749, that expectation is unrealistic. If you are expecting an affordable EV with optional advanced driver assistance, that is realistic. Now, the final question remains: is the Model 2 truly affordable long-term? Or is the $12,749 number a strategic entry point into a larger ecosystem? Let us bring everything together: shockingly affordable or strategically priced. So after breaking down manufacturing strategy, battery chemistry, ownership costs, insurance, variables, full self-driving pricing, what is the real truth? Is the Tesla Model 2 truly a $12,749 revolution? Or is that just the entry headline? Here is the honest answer: it can be affordable, but only under specific conditions. The realistic scenario if Tesla achieves high volume production, gigacasting efficiency, LFP, battery cost reduction, simplified interior design, then the base model near $12,749 is possible in theory. However, that number likely assumes minimal configuration, no premium upgrades, no full self-driving package, possibly government incentives in certain markets. The moment buyers add FSD, premium paint, enhanced interior connectivity packages, the price rises. Does not make it deceptive, it makes it strategic. The ownership math when you factor in lower charging costs compared to gasoline, reduced maintenance needs, long battery lifespan, potentially stable resale value, the Model 2 could genuinely cost less to own over 10 years than many used gasoline cars. And that is powerful because most people do not need luxury, they need reliability and predictable expenses. The FSD, truthful self-driving, is not free, it likely remains optional. That means the headline price is for mobility, not autonomy. If buyers understand that clearly, expectations stay realistic. If buyers expect a fully autonomous car at $12,749, disappointment will follow. Clarity matters more than hype. Is this a disruption moment? Tesla has disrupted luxury EVs, mass market EVs, energy storage, charging infrastructure. The Model 2 aims at something bigger, entry-level affordability. Tesla succeeds It pressures used gasoline markets, compact combustion vehicles, budget EV competitors. That is why this car matters, not because it is cheap, but because it targets scale. Final verdict to $12,749. Model 2 is not a fantasy, but it is not the full story either. It is a starting point. A. Strategic gateway, a carefully engineered price target built around manufacturing efficiency. If Tesla delivers it at scale, the impact will be significant. If production delays occur or pricing shifts upward, expectations must adjust. The key is this: affordability is not just sticker price, it is total cost over time, and by that metric, the Model 2 could be one of the most disruptive vehicles of the decade. If you want realistic Tesla analysis that focuses on engineering and long-term economics instead of hype, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Comment below. Would you buy a $12,749 Tesla without full self-driving, or would autonomy be a must-have for you? In the next video, we will break down whether Tesla can realistically produce millions of Model 2 units per year using the unboxed manufacturing method. That production battle could decide everything. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay analytical, and I will see you in the next one.